I personally witnessed a woman with over a decade of sales experience lose a deal to something so incredibly simple to fix. It was quite honestly astonishing to watch. And the fact of the matter is that she wasn't alone in this, because over 70% of intermediate salespeople lose their deals to this one simple problem, which is why I found it my duty to make this quick video, tell you exactly what that is and how you can fix it so you don't end up losing deals to something so incredibly simple to fix. So right in front of you, you have a coffee machine. So a bit of context for this problem. I recently bought this coffee machine in particular, and while I was at the counter with the lady ringing up my coffee machine, she started going on this monologue. At first, I didn't even understand what it was about, but she went on this 2-minute long monologue, and about 30 seconds in, it clicked in my brain, hey, this seems like the pitch for extended warranty. And that's exactly what that is. And the problem is that within those 30 seconds, I had already decided that I don't need extended warranty. Not because it's not useful, because as a matter of fact, there is a case to be made for extended warranty. There is a pain because coffee machines are fairly notorious for being fairly expensive to service. They break down constantly. You have to service them and so on. So there is a legitimate case to be made for the extended warranty. And it wasn't even that expensive. It was like, I think $40, right? And I didn't end up buying it. So why is that? And the reason is extremely simple. Feature selling, not asking questions, and then being deflated and being confused about, hey, why didn't this kid buy my extended warranty? So, very simple principle. I cannot convince you to do anything. I can only seed the idea of you doing something and then perhaps leading you in the right direction. So how do you do this? It's very simple, and it is by asking questions. In this case, she could have listed 1,000 more features that extended warranty plan offers, and I still wouldn't have bought her extended warranty because it didn't feel like it was my idea. It didn't feel necessary. It didn't feel like it would solve a pain. And a key word that you should focus on, what I just said there, is feel. Not think, but feel. Because consciously, I understood, hey, this extended warranty plan might be useful, but I didn't feel like it would solve some sort of pain of mine. And it's so incredibly useful to know, because sales in itself, while it might feel like a sphere where you have to sell on logic and results and promises, the fact of the matter is people buy on emotion and they only justify it with logic. And by asking questions, and I'll give you a couple of specific examples, you can do exactly this. So while the lady was ringing up my coffee machine, she could have perhaps built a bit of rapport. Hey, like, how often do you actually drink coffee? Oh, 3 times a day. Wow, that's a lot. What types of coffees do you drink? Oh, black coffee. Oh, interesting. All right. Have you ever looked into the problems that sometimes come with coffee machines, servicing them, how much that costs? Oh, no. Have you ever looked into the warranty plans that come with coffee machines? Huh. And here she's making me come to the conclusion. She seeded the idea that, hey, perhaps there a couple of problems could arise with the coffee machine. Perhaps it'll need servicing. Perhaps it'll need cleaning. Perhaps it'll be super expensive and so on. She could have seeded the idea, and then after that, let me come to the conclusion that, hey, maybe I actually do need the extended warranty. And it's so incredibly simple. And in the whole field of sales, right, it's called consultative selling. But I hate this term with a passion because there is no other thing other than consultative selling. In this day and age, I could, again, list you 1,000 different reasons why you should buy my product. I could tell you over and over again, day and night, that it's the best product, that we're the number one in the market, that there's nobody better than us, and that it'll solve all of your life's problems. But in the end, you still won't buy it because you don't feel the pain. So people, it's something that you can fix so simply. Just ask your prospects a couple of questions. You never want to list any features. You only can justify their feeling by stating facts. But the fact of the matter is, sales, you sell on emotion. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's unethical or that it's manipulative, because people in general like buying things, but they don't like being sold to. So if you help your buyer in a genuine way, right? then there is no reason why you couldn't help the buyer come to their own conclusion without barraging them with after features. So, ladies and gentlemen, really quick video on why you should ask your buyers questions before going into endless pitches and so on, because literally the only thing that you need to do is you need to see the idea and let the buyer come to their own conclusion. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this helps, and see y'all in the next time.